Buddy, it's Mike with Monkey Fab, just checking back in, working on this harness and the wiring stuff. Just wanted to show you guys, last I left you, the wiring harness was just a mess. We just got through deluming it, sticking it through the firewall, and just kind of laying things out. And we got everything kind of fitted. Everything's fitted and trimmed the way it's supposed to be. I'll try to speak English. The center console here, like you guys saw before, everything's kind of works around here is like, this is the brain center, the ECU and all the stuff, and the fuses, the power, everything are all here. This is super easy. It's like 4 bolts, 2 bolts on there, so like 6 bolts total. The ECU pulls forward. You can pop all the connectors off, lift up this guy, pop off the connectors, and get to whatever you need to get to. Super easy, super fast. The dash, it looks like a mess over there, but it's literally 4 bolts and a plug, and our radio is just going to slide in after that. So all this stuff is done, which is nice. And then we went through, so let me show you what we got. I'll show you what we got now. Don't mind the glove. He's being awfully rude today. So down here, like we said before, you can see right around there, you can see that hole. You can see this hole through the firewall, and that's where all the wires come through. And what we've done is we just trimmed it up. So we have, it all comes up over this little lip right here, and this will all be loomed together nice and neat. But it comes around here through this area here. You got the map sensor, the ignition coils. This will all be loomed. It'll all basically look like, you know, like this, where it's got the heat shrink on it and the loom, and it'll tell you what it is. So the only wires coming through here now are the coils, the map sensor, and the CTS are exciter for the alternator and the alternator wire. Underneath our crank trigger goes down. Oh, I'm sorry, also the ECU, not the ECU, the cam position sensors up here as well. So that's all nice and neat. We got this one flying lead here, right here, that has all, it goes through the fender over here to this, where's that? Where are you at? There it is, this big 12-pin Deutsch connector. And I told you before, that controls all the stuff that's up front here in the chassis, boost controller, intake air temperature, coolant pressure, etc. That's all done. It's all ran through here, so you can't really see it. The only wire you're going to see is just right in their rail, and this rail here, which is again our injectors, our coil, the drive-by wire guy, and then over here is our fuel pressure and our ethanol content sensor. We have three sub. We have one harness for the ECU, a harness for the transmission, and a harness for the CAN-boy. And they're all basically integrated. So they'll be all loomed, run through that hole. You'll be able to pull everything out the engine bay. You won't have to go underneath and try to pull all this stuff back through. You'll just be able to pull the big connectors out the front, which makes life super easy. Okay, can you lift this up, please? And yeah, so that's all we did. We just depenned those guys, trimmed out that wire. I'll show you, like, remember this bucket? That was empty when we started. And now this is all just off of the factory harness, and it's just tons of wire. So there's a lot that you can trim out, do this, make it look nice and neat. What we're going to do, I'm sorry about the noise, but what we're going to do is a video on all the different connectors and how to pen them and what pens to use. We'll list them with the connectors and the pens, so you guys can order them however you want to. Underneath here, let's do like this. Aha. And then our wires will just kind of run down here. This is our starter wire and the starter signal. Let's see it over here. And then up here is our crank position sensor. And it just runs through this little channel we've made. That's going to be, we have little ridges for zip ties to hold this all in here nice and neat and keep it away from the heat sources down now. And we've welded a stud right into the chassis, so you got a good chassis ground, etc. Also, this wire right here is from the battery, so it's good grounds. Everybody's happy. Good grounds on the engine, and that's where we're at. So I hope that helps some of you guys. Like I said, I know that this stuff gets a bit nerve-wracking dealing with wires, but you can do it. If I can do it, I'm a moron. You guys can do it. We got our little speed sensor. We still got to work with this guy. This is one of the last things on my projects to get this thing done. But yeah, anyway, I hope that helps you guys out. I hope you guys are enjoying seeing how to trim these harnesses down and work with this stuff here, and more videos to follow.